Good morning. Let's unmute the mic. Good morning. Being kind of mellow this morning. Hang on a second. see who's here. Hey, Steve. Good morning. Viral Beats. Daniel. Craig. You guys always come in pairs. Daniel, Craig. Forever be. You're the James Bond duo. Quattrobagina. Hey there. I sing the Body Electric. Viral's just heading off to bed. Weaver's funny. Come on. I suppose he doesn't put you to sleep exactly. Let's see. Yeah, we're going to be kind of sort of mellow today. We're in this weird sort of Lydian sort of place. What key are we in? We started at G major, but we modulated up to C Lydian is, I think, where we are today. Hey, Freddie. My case. Just doing a quick hello. There's Mark Chandler. Hey there. Got a bunch of new sounds selected today. We're just gonna do a few things. Yeah. All right, Viral, I understand. Myopic apologizes for sneaking into my time spot. Oh, you mean myopic mycelium, Craig? It's not my time spot. Time is time. Don't worry about it. What did I say? I've said this before. It's not a zero-sum game, right? If someone chooses to stream at the same time I do, doesn't take anything away from me. Hey, Wookie. You're in the pharmacy. All right. Wookie, hope you feel better. Hope you're mending. Let's see. See if I can subvert your expectations on sounds here. These extra long patterns today. All 16 bar. Too an abrupt an ending. I flubbed that one, but that's okay. So, how's everybody doing this morning? Move this keyboard over so I can mouse through all the stuff. So, happy Sunday. Let's see. Thanks, Steve. I actually don't know carbon-based life forms, so I will have to go see who that is. So, thanks for the comparison, though. Hey, Animotion. Oh, don't sweat it. Let's see. Davey. Big fluffy hugs. Thanks. I'll take it. I give big fluffy hugs too, but it's mostly because I'm very hairy. Oh, I guess your avatar's pretty hairy too. Yeah. Let's see. CBL with a bit of iris. I don't know if those are artists, Steve. You have to let me know. Let's see. Engine Einsamal. Hey, welcome. Are you new? Yeah, let's get a drone going here. We'll do a rhythmic drone. Oh, that's weird. Hang on a second. Did my tempo just take a dramatic jump? I think it did. Hang on a second. Ah, that's what it is. When you turn the clock off, the LFO on that synth goes somewhere else. There we go. Get that droning in the background. All right. Where was I? Engine Einsamal. All right. Let's see who else. All right, who have we called out? We called out already. So thanks for the applause. Appreciate that. Thanks, Anna. Coming from you, that means a lot too. Yeah, we were doing I was in a sort of Lydian sunrisey kind of place. So DP Modern Muso. So hey, Spokane. Good God, why are you awake? I hope you're still awake from a gig from last night and you're not getting up this early normally. So woof. Yeah, we've got another Craig. Like, go to sleep, you guys. What's my BPM this morning? My BPM's 100. So, oh, we've got a new pseudonym. Oh, all right. Mark Chandler is now Engine Einsamal. Okay, that's cool. Tidying up the social accounts. Everybody's got alts, man. That's cool. All right. So, what are we doing today? It's Sunday, although tomorrow's a holiday, so we don't have to work tomorrow. Let's see. There's a lot of American football yesterday that was very important to my wife, and she recorded all of it because most of, well, not all of it. I shouldn't say that. She recorded all of it, but then watched sort of the important game to her. She watched last night before we went to bed. We were out with friends for dinner last night, and it's so strange. So I've worked at the same place for 19 years, and about a year after, maybe a little less than a year, I started working there, another fellow was hired into my department, and nice guy, and we're friends, and we've done things. We went to trade shows together and things like that. But we were never close. But his wife and my wife, 10 years ago, we went to lunch, they hit it off, and then for whatever reason, because I don't work closely with him, they never reconnected. But over the holidays this year, we exchanged gift cards, Christmas cards, which we do anyway, right? But this year, the ladies got connected again. And they're like, we should do something. and so last night we went out to dinner with them, and he and I are sort of like we're oblivious a little bit, right? in that our wives are running the show as far as like going out for dinner and things like that. So I was, volunteered, but told, yeah, we're going to dinner with them. Like, oh, okay. To a restaurant we've never been to before. They picked the place, and it was very nice, right? But it's so weird to we still work at the same place. We've worked there for, like I said, 19-ish years, but our paths diverged slightly, so we don't stay. I don't run into him anymore. So it felt really strange last night to be sitting across the table from this guy, and like going, so what's going on in your department? It's like we used to be, I won't say close, but acquaintances, friends. It was just a bizarre sort of experience. Not bad, but entertaining. Anyway, so it sounds like they're going to be in our lives a lot more, because in the time since I last spoke with him, literally like 10 years ago, he has taken up gardening, just as we have. So it's like, oh, we have commonalities. He's not a synth guy, which, not everybody's perfect. But anyway, the world is weird. So let's see. Steve says, I've never had a job more than 2 years. Well, maybe you're a contractor. What do you... You just have to move from contract to contract, Steve. So, I don't know. It works out okay. It's inertia holding me there. I went through a bunch of startups. I worked for a startup that partnered with Enron, if you know who that is, back when Enron created a large problem. Anyway, let's talk about these synths. Can't be on too long this morning. As I was saying, we have... I didn't say. We have things to do today. And also today, I need a certain amount of solitude at some point in time today, where I'm going to start reading a new book that I got. So anyway, so what are we doing here? So we've got new sounds today. Let's turn off my metronome in my ear. This is one of the few I didn't change. So this is a pad coming out of Omnisphere. And I've said it before, and I'll say it again. I love all sounds, pretty much, designed by Eric Persing, who is the founder of Spectrasonics. Nice. Anyway, let's see what else is going on. The lead is still this lead synth sound. So that's attached to a nice ducking reverb, ducking delay. As long as I keep playing, you don't hear any of the echoes. And then they come in when I stop playing. And then it's got a nice long tail on it. That works well for me. You can hear it come up. That's a stock Ableton Echo device. So let's see. Steve, you say you're just too flighty? You don't strike me as flighty, Steve. But that's fine. Shortest is 20 minutes. Wookie, was that just something that didn't work out? The shortest duration for me for a job was 1 day. When I was 19, I desperately needed work, had to pay the rent. And I took a job at a call center, asking people for money for a charity called the Police Benevolent Association. And it wasn't actually like the police department. It was this group who took it upon themselves to collect money for a charity for the wives and families of police officers killed in the line of duty, which sounds noble, but I don't know how much of the money they collected actually got to be charitable. And the script they had me reading from was so loaded with religious overtones that I was really uncomfortable making these calls. And who loves to make cold calls to people asking for money? But I was 19 and I needed work. And I did it for a day. And at the end of the day, I think the last call was what put me over the edge. I was listening to all these other people around me making these calls and reading these scripts. And someone finally donated some money. And I said, "God bless you, sir." And I felt like such an incredible hypocrite that I just walked out. I couldn't do it. I didn't come back. I never collected a check. That was the shortest job I ever worked. Let's see. And then we have the bass. So the bass hasn't changed. Did you rip an arm or two off during those 20 minutes? I don't think Wookiee is necessarily violent, Greg, even with his namesake. Yeah, Eric worked on the D50. Yeah, most of the Roland D line, most of the Roland synths in the 80s were Eric Persing, sure. And then I think I went to Korg and did a lot there. And I really like Korg synths. Yeah, call center work is just tough. People who can do that and make a career out of it, they have some sort of quality that I do not have. Cold calling, yeah, it's not fun. But 19-year-old kid needed work. Hey, Wabbit, sweeping the streets while cold calling. Let's just stack pain on top of pain. All right, let's see. Keep going through the synths. We've got a Korg Op 6. So for those of you who are new, there's a couple of you, or one of you. We've got 3 soft synths and 5 hardware synths. And the hardware synths are the Korg Op 6. Right. And I'm trying to do this sort of mellow, sort of Boards of Canada-esque. And the mod wheels just brings in this sort of subtle, slightly brighter sustain. Like a little expression. So I thought that was nice. And then we've got this rhythmic, it's like a string pad with like a harpsichord, sort of like. Right. This is a Korg wave state. So, hey, Tracker Jack. There was I don't know if you guys know who Stephen Colbert is. He's an American talk show host, political commentator. He wrote a book maybe, 15 years ago. Fiction comedy, sort of surrealist comedy about a guy who was kind of a loser. And he had a job painting the lines on the road on the highway. And he was bored with it and he wanted to do something different. And so he made the mental jump of saying, well, I'm painting lines on the highway. I should be a writer. It's that kind of comedy, like absurd comedy. The book is called Wigfield, and it's written by Stephen Colbert and, there's a brother and sister who are both comedy, just writers, Amy Sedaris and her brother, Andy Sedaris? can't remember his first name. Anyway, this trio writes this book about this guy who was drawing lines on the highway, decided to become a writer, but he's an idiot. And so he gets a contract, a book deal, where they give him an advance and send him off to write a book about the demise of small towns in America, how they're sort of collapsing under the weight of, culture. People are leaving small towns for big towns, etc. And he makes a mistake, and he runs across a shanty town living in a Superfund toxic waste site. And he thinks it's a small town from small town America because he's an idiot, and starts interviewing the mutated and insane denizens of this Superfund site, and hilarity ensues. Anyway, it's called Wigfield. But I was just, the only reason I'm going on this tangent is because you mentioned painting lines. And I was like, oh, like Wigfield. So, you mentioned being a road sweeper. So, let's see, other people worked in call centers. It's something, maybe it's a rite of passage when you're young. Everyone has to work in a call center at least once when they're trying to figure out, it's like flip burgers or work in a call center. And at least call centers, you're seated. Let's see. Anyway, so that's the wave state doing that. And then the mod wave, I wanted another rhythmic one. So that's where we're at with those. And then we put the Summit back in the mix yesterday. Not the Summit, the Hydrosynth. And so I need to have a few plucks whenever I do anything, because I want to be able to do these. Right, do some Berlin School sort of patterns, repeating figures. That has way too much delay on it, but I'm liking it. And then the Summit, it hasn't changed. It's doing this sort of three octave, 3 oscillator, Mogi kind of thing. Velocity opens the filter. All right. So here's an experiment I wanted to do. So while I built all that up at the beginning of this, and we're in this Lydian, we're transposed into a Lydian place. I want to transpose it around to see if it still sounds good as we move it around. So I'm going to start all that up again, and then I'm going to start transposing it around. And let's see whether it works. David Sedaris, thank you. I sing the Body Electric, not Andy. David Sedaris. It's Amy and David Sedaris and Stephen Colbert did that book. So thank you for fact checking me. Anyway, so I'm just going to start these up slowly over time. Let's see. I'm just restarting the clips that I had recorded earlier. Good to know, Wookie. someone who knows more music theory than I do can tell me, is this reminiscent of a fugue, a canon, a round? It's one of those. And we talked about it a week or so ago. We mentioned it a week ago. I do this a lot, where I'll have patterns playing similar motifs or similar melody related or even duplicated. And I'm curious. So I can just say what this is similar to. And I just, let me know. Electro Baroque. If it ain't Baroque, don't fix it. Okay, Myopic just finished. Okay. What time is it? It's 5:37. I'm probably going to go for another 15 minutes or so. Yeah. All right, so let's try transposing this. Okay. And it may sound terrible. So let's move this back to a major place and see what it sounds like. Actually, let's go to a minor. Hang on a second. 2 more bars. So it's going to get dark and it may sound dissonant. That's not bad. Yeah, it still works. Let's take it to a major. We'll go down to G major. So, listening to this, it's like, can you tell I listened to Switched on Bach a whole lot as a kid? Yes, Wookie, I know. I agree. Do another change in 6 more bars. We'll go back to Lydian. You have to forgive me for just chilling and doing chord changes. I'm like floating in here. I'm vibing pretty hard. We'll take it back to major. Dillip Fun Bar. Hey there. Great nick. Great nickname. Sectoid 3. Welcome. If you guys are new, or if you are lurkers, or if you've been before and I've forgotten, my apologies for not remembering. So for the people who came in, what's going on is I live looped all of these patterns built up this piece at the beginning of the stream, and now I'm transposing it around using these buttons over here. DP Moderno Muso. You want to push now? Hey man, tools are tools. I didn't do anything here that was specific to the push. It's in controller mode. People always ask, are you using it in standalone mode? I am not. I'm using it in controller mode. It's just controlling Ableton. Let's do this. Let's pare down some of the parts. And we'll leave it in this minor place. All right, so hold on. And let's put a new bass line on it. Let's see. I want these backing chords in here though. Hold on. Keep that bass line a little bit more energetic than the previous one, and we'll bring some of these leads back in. We'll bring them all in at once. No, I still have the drum track from Andy yesterday. I still have that drum loop loaded, so let's bring that in. I swear, I think this loop is from Run DMC and Aerosmith's Walk This Way. Okay, no, it's not working for me. All right, hold on a second. Let me catch up on the chat here. Thanks, Dillip. Everybody loves the bass. Who doesn't like a Rickenbacker bass, man? It sounds great. slightly darker place. Let's see if I can end this one a little bit cleaner than last time. Nah, mildly better. Anyway, it is what it is. So let's see. I've been going for about 50 minutes now. You didn't, Craig. Nobody did. So congratulations. You get a prize. You get my undying devotion for 24 hours. So yeah, I've been doing this for, I think we're going to call it for today, right? Because it's just really a January jam. So we got a jam up at the beginning. We broke down the synth stuff. If you want to know about that, just rewind. And we'll do it again tomorrow, right? And tomorrow's a holiday. I love a 3-day weekend. So, let's see. Your prize is a date with a jacuzzi. Oh my God, whatever. Let's see. So I'm streaming every day, US Eastern, 5 a.m. for the month of January. So feel free to join me if you want. Sometimes it's a 20-minute stream. Sometimes it's a 2-hour stream. It just depends. Midweek, it's usually shorter. Weekends are usually longer. And really, that's about it. Okay. Thanks for joining me. I appreciate the effort you guys put into showing up. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comments. I will rewatch this and sort of read through the live chat comments, and then add sort of static comments to the video for any questions that were there that I might have missed. I wasn't paying too much attention. I was really vibing a lot this morning. So, and if you like the way I make music and you want to do it this way, I don't sell classes or anything like that. Just go to my channel. There's a playlist called Berlin School Essentials. I think it's what it's called. It's got 4 videos in it. That'll give you basically my approach to how I do this stuff. And it doesn't matter if you don't have a push. You can use any kind of sequencer, hardware, software. It doesn't matter. And, enjoy making some music, okay? I will talk to you all later. And one last scan through the chat, looking for tags. I think we're good. Yes, and Craig, there's a video on how to make that Rickenbacker bass sound. Thanks, everybody. I will talk to you tomorrow. Have a great day. See ya.